once again, everybody. My name is Lori Page, and I lead the advisory team here at Sound Wealth Management. Well, as the kids settle into a new school year, it's a great time to think about the lessons that they learn at home as well. Children are like wells waiting to be filled with information, and information about money can be a helpful topic to begin exploring even at a really young age. Behavioral scientists at Cambridge University have encouraged parents to start teaching their kids about money as early as 3 years old, when they're starting to learn their numbers and discover the difference between wants and needs. Your kids see you buying things, but does your preschooler understand where money comes from and the different ways it's used or saved? Does your 10-year-old know how to compare prices on that toy he's saving for? Does your teenager have a savings account to earn interest on earnings from part-time work and upcoming graduation gifts? If not, it might be time to have a conversation. The earlier kids understand how and why money is earned, saved, and spent, the better their own money skills are likely to be later on. A common question is whether you should give your kids an allowance or not. The answer depends on who you ask. For example, an article by Ramsey Solutions says that your kids don't need an allowance. They need a commission for doing work to earn money. Many families give their kids allowances that are tied to chores, so the fine print about whether it's a commission or an allowance is up to you. If you incorporate chores and other expectations such as grades into the allowance, it's less likely to be considered an entitlement, and your kids learn the relationship between work and pay. What you don't want, though, is for your kids to get an idea that chores always deserve pay instead of counting as their contribution to your family. If you do choose to give your child an allowance, how much is appropriate? Well, consider what might be an age-appropriate amount to help your kid meet any goals that you've worked out together. Also, look at your own budget and determine how much of an allowance you can comfortably afford. Some parents choose a weekly sum that's equal to their kid's age, and others choose a weekly sum that's half their kid's age. Others choose a monthly sum that's determined by their kids' wants and needs, and any other terms that you've included. After you've decided if and when you'll pay an allowance, and how much, make sure your child understands all of the terms. For example, is it tied to grades or chores or behavior or something else? Is there a requirement to add a portion of their allowance to a donation jar or a savings jar? Are your older kids expected to use part of their allowance to buy their own necessities? Adding coins and bills to piggy banks or to glass jars can be a helpful lesson in math and a source for great conversations about how much they want to save, what they're saving for, and whether they want to donate any of their cash to a favorite charity, like an animal rescue or something like that. If they'd rather not have coins and bills collecting in piggy banks or jars, you may want to look into cashless app options such as BusyKid, iAllowance, or Greenlight if you think that your kids are old enough to have a phone or a tablet. You may also want to shop around for kid-friendly bank accounts that don't have a minimum balance or requirement or will waive the fees. If you find one that you like, take your child with you to open the account together and turn the experience into a teachable moment. Perhaps most importantly, use your experiences as an example for your children. Despite the growing number of online money apps and guidance, the most valuable resource for teaching your kids about money and finances is you. They've watched you mulling over decisions to spend money or not spend money. So turn this into conversations and be transparent. Help them to learn from your mistakes, your successes, and your processes, just as you have. Remember that every family is different, and you should use the option that works best for you, your kids, and your family overall. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has helpful resources you may want to explore, including answers to common money questions as asked by kids, and downloadable books for kids about the money monsters. A good starting point is the Money as You Grow guide. Finally, the advisory team here at Sound Wealth Management is here to serve as a resource for your whole family. We invite you to schedule your no obligation family financial meeting by calling 941-932-4822 or visiting our online calendar at www.soundwealth.net, because it's time for you to be heard. Have a great day, everybody.